Within the spectrum of Japanese youth films, the shots in Knife in the Water are never mere landscape recordings. Instead, they weave the love, pain, possession, and loss of the young boy and girl into the texture of every composition, endowing this youth story filled with a sense of destruction with the power to strike the heart directly. The first iconic composition is the symmetrical placement of characters between mountains and the sea. The film repeatedly positions Akira and Natsume along the central axis of the coast or mountain ridges. With the sea stretching to the horizon and rolling mountains as the background, the sea represents the breath of the distant world Natsume brings from Tokyo, while the mountains symbolize the rooted connection to the land that Akira has guarded for generations. The two stand on either side of the reef, with seawater flowing between them. The sense of symmetry in the composition implies that they are each other's mirrors from the very beginning, one eager to break free from constraints, the other trapped by responsibilities. Yet when their eyes meet, they form a unique balance. Later, when Akira loses his divine aura as the mountain guardian while saving Natsume, the two stand on the same coast again. The symmetrical composition is broken. Akira's figure shifts to the corner of the frame, and Natsume moves closer to him. The imbalance and reconstruction of the composition perfectly correspond to the transformation of their relationship from equal attraction to mutual redemption. In the film, there are multiple scenes where characters are positioned at the intersection points of the rule of thirds. For example, on the first day of Natsume's transfer, when Ako pretends to be indifferent but actually wants to catch Natsume's attention, his sitting posture, as well as Natsume's curious and inquisitive glance back at Ako, both characters' heads are placed at the intersection points of the rule of thirds in these two shots. Another classic scene where Natsume holds a camellia in her mouth also places the main subject of the character in a position that follows the rule of thirds. This not only makes the frame more balanced and stable, highlighting the character, but also allows the background environment to play an excellent role in setting the mood. The third composition with a powerful impact is the power inversion through high-angle and low-angle shots. In the first half of the film, Ako is mostly captured from a low angle. When he climbs out of the sea and runs toward Natsume on the shore, his defiant gaze shows under his wet hair, and the camera, angled upward from the ground, captures his tilted chin and the sky behind him. For Natsume, however, she is initially shot mostly at eye level or with a slight high angle, highlighting her smallness as an outsider and her process of adaptation. This power dynamic conveyed by the composition is completely broken after Natsume is assaulted. When Ako and Natsume meet, the camera uses a high-angle shot to frame him, making the once godlike figure appear vulnerable. While Natsume stands above him, the camera films her from a low angle, and her eyes are resolute. This inversion of composition completes the role reversal between the two. Natsume transforms from a girl who needs protection into a force that can support each other. The throes of youth eventually settle into the weight of growth through this shift in composition. These iconic compositions have long transcended the scope of being visually appealing. The symmetry of the sea and mountains hides the collision of regions and identities. The silhouettes against the sun record the interweaving of divinity and humanity. The shift between upward and downward angles witnesses the transformation from fragility to strength. Knife in the Water uses its camera to tell us that youth is never a straightforward tale of beauty. Its fire and drowning, fragmentation and rebirth are all hidden in every carefully designed composition. Even years later, when audiences recall the film, they can still remember that sea, that sun, and how those two young people once loved and lived with all their might.